Thinking about buying a log home, a tiny house, or a property with extra land using an FHA loan? Maybe it's a home with lower than normal ceilings or even a property with a small business attached. Here's the thing. FHA loans do allow financing for unique properties, but only if they meet specific requirements. So if you don't know the rules, you could waste time on a property that won't qualify for FHA financing. So today I'm going to break down exactly which unique properties can be financed, which ones can't, and what to watch out for when buying with an FHA loan. Let's get into it. FHA does allow financing for homes that are considered unique, including log homes, tiny homes, homes with lower than standard ceilings. But here's what matters most. They must be structurally sound, they must be marketable, and most importantly, they must be comparable sales in the area. So if the property is too unusual, meaning there aren't enough similar homes nearby to compare it to, FHA may not approve the loan. So the final decision is actually up to the underwriter and the lender. So always check before moving forward. Thinking about buying a home that sits on a shared lot, FHA won't approve it if the legal description includes an undivided half interest, an undivided third interest. Why? Because FHA requires that you fully own the property, not just a percentage of it. So if a property has shared ownership or undivided interest in a lot, it cannot be financed with an FHA loan. Got your eye on a home with a big lot or acreage? Here's where FHA draws the line. FHA allows extra land as long as it's considered typical and marketable for the area. So if the land is large enough to be sold separately, it's considered excess land and won't be included in the home's appraised value. This means you may not be able to borrow as much as you expected. It also means the appraiser only values the part of the land that is not considered excess. So if you're looking at a home on a huge lot, make sure to check if part of it is considered excess land. So if you're buying a property that has both residential and business space, FHA has strict rules. Non-residential space cannot exceed 49% of the total footage. The home must still look and function as a residence. The business use must be legally permitted and follow zoning laws. So if you're looking at a home with a storefront, a workshop, or an office space, make sure it meets FHA's 49% rule. Buying a home that was moved from one location to another, FHA has special rules for that too. So FHA will finance stick-built homes that have been moved, but only if the home was moved with prior HUD approval, the home has been on its new foundation for at least 1 year, it's eligible for 96.5% financing at that point. And if the home has been on the foundation for less than a year, FHA only allows 90% financing. Also, if the home was damaged during the move, the lender is responsible for repairs, or the buyer can use FHA 203K loan to cover the renovation cost. If a home is a farm or a forest tax deferral program, that doesn't automatically make it ineligible for FHA financing. But here's the key. If the farm or forest use will continue, it can qualify. If it's likely that agricultural use will stop, the seller must pay off all deferred taxes before closing. So if the property is in a tax deferral program, check to see if the deferred taxes will need to be paid. So if you're looking at a unique or unusual property and want to use an FHA loan, here's what to do next. Verify the property type. If it's a log home, tiny home, or mixed use property, check if it meets FHA guidelines. Check the land situation. So if the home comes with extra land, find out if it's considered excess land because that affects how much you can borrow. And then talk to a lender who knows FHA rules. Not every lender is comfortable financing unique properties, so make sure you're working with somebody who understands the guidelines. Buying a unique property doesn't have to be complicated, but you need the right lender who understands FHA's special rules. So if you're considering a log home, extra land, or a mixed use property, book a call with me today. I'll help you figure out if the property qualifies and walk you through the next steps. And if you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button for more home buying tips and mortgage insights. Click the link below, schedule a chat, and let's make sure your loan gets approved.